Hello and welcome. I am Scarperlock and this is City of Heroes on the private server Rebirth. We're with our level 2 Stalker, Tiger Shrike, who is a rogue, a resistance fighter in the Praetorian alternate Earth. And we are going to do some missions for Praetor White. And we're on the Rebirth server because the Homecoming servers, which I've been recording on for all 5 seasons of Silver Phoenix and for 26 episodes of Liberty Lass and for 50 unpublished episodes of a Plantthorn Dominator that I have, the rules yesterday became that we're not allowed to post recorded videos of gameplay on the Homecoming server. So I have switched to the Rebirth server, at least for doing videos. My roleplay characters are still on Homecoming, and I'll still be doing stuff with my guild, but when it comes to making videos, I'm going to be on this other server. And so we're just going to be soloing along, and we're going to be playing our Stalker, and I'll show what the Praetorian storylines are like. So this is Praetor White, who is this world's version of Back Alley Brawler, and he says, "Listen up, because I'm only going to say this once. Praetoria city's filled with yapping little dogs like you. And you know who I am? I'm the top dog. Keep that in mind, and maybe you'll get to hang out in my pack. Put all the other dogs in their place, and you get noticed. Don't, and you get to sleep in the back alleys. Get what I'm saying? The name's Mr. White, but between me and you can call me Mr. White. Got it? While Emperor Cole's off saving the world, I'm in charge of the muscle. I work hard to keep this city from the tunnel rats who think they can take away all we've worked for. That's where my powers division comes into play. I'm the division, and all of you guys are my power. Now that we got that straight, and up with the jibber jabber, and let's get down to business." So his available missions, part 1 of joining the pack. Acts of desperation. This day just gets better and better. We lost a lot of officers during the resistance attack on Precinct 5 earlier. That's what the tutorial was about. Then, to make matters worse, the dumb as dirt TPN media circus decides it would be a good idea to report it and spin the Pyrrhic victory into a crushing victory over the terrorists centerpiece in today's news. So now a riot's broken out here in the Magisterium. But to top it all off, the resistance used the battle as a distraction to get at their true objective. They've taken hostages in the Ministry of Technology. So we want to go rescue the hostages. One of the things I also want to mention is the contacts have stores. You can buy things like inspirations from them. You can sell things to them. Also, I do want to mention influence or information in Praetoria. Inf is what you use to buy things. We only have 25 information right now. Ordinarily, and I've calculated this before, and I've shown this before on my other videos, but I'll say it here. If you want to completely slot your character out with single origin enhancements at the first possible level, single origin enhancements become available, which is level 25 enhancements that are able to be slotted at level 22. You need 850-ish thousand, about 800 to 850,000 infamy by the time you get to level 22. We only have 25, so we've got a long way to go. But don't worry, guys. We will get there with no problem. We're going to have money to spare. Because what's going to happen is we're going to start collecting salvage. We don't have any yet. You don't start till level 5. We're going to start collecting recipes. We don't have any yet. And we're going to be able to sell those because I'm not going to bother to make inventions until a much higher level. And we're going to get some orange ones, which is high quality, rare ones. And those sell for hundreds of thousands on the auction house. Oh, is this not working? I guess they don't have that here. AH. Well, that's something we don't have on the server, but I'll show you the auction house when we get to it. It's basically you can just put stuff for sale and other players can buy it. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to sell it for quite as much here as on the Homecoming server. That's a good test. We'll have to go there and see. It may be a little harder to collect infamy here. I actually don't mind if that's true, or influence, or information. I don't actually mind if that's true. I prefer a challenge. They don't have the boosted XP on this server like they do on the homecoming servers. I approve 100%. Alright, so we have to rescue the hostages. Now I suspect we're going to get a chance to betray the loyalists here, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay. Now we get to see what our new attack does as well. We're hidden. So now we can walk up to one of these guys and do an auto crit, and I'm going to do it with our bigger attack. Look at that. Took her out in one shot. Now, of course, these guys are going to hit back. And you can see as we defeat them, and they're doing stuff to me, Assassin's Focus. So this is like... so Assassin's Focus is as we hit enemies as a Stalker using our damage powers other than Assassin's Strike, it grants a stack of Assassin's Focus. The stacks last 10 seconds and increase the chance of a critical strike by 33% when we're not hidden. And I think once you get the critical strike, the stack is taken out. We're hiding again, so auto crit right there, and we can basically one-shot these guys, which is really nice. That will not continue into the higher levels. We just got an enhancement. So you can see this character plays pretty nicely, even at second level. One more attack will probably do a good job for us. So there's one hostage. It doesn't say how many hostages we have. There's another one. We're back in hide. So this is damage over time, kind of, it looks like, because we're doing multiple strikes. Yeah, so we do 7 damage, and then we do 7 damage on a 5-second delay, and then we reduce their ability to dodge our attacks. Rescue hostages. So this is some of the newer maps. You probably didn't see much of this with my other characters. I don't think we did much. We did a couple of episodes like this, but these maps are newer. They're the ones from the Going Rogue expansion. So, while we're going, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Homecoming servers and why I'm no longer on them. I mentioned this in the Scrapper video series after the 10th episode. I was forced to stop because the Homecoming server guys have said that we're not allowed to post gameplay video. Now you could say, well, what are they going to do to me? They can't ban my YouTube account, and that's true, although they could petition it. But what they can do is they can ban my City of Heroes account, right? They can watch the video, they can find my character name, they can figure out which global is connected to that character name, Silver Phoenix, and just ban me. And I don't really feel like having my character deleted or getting banned from the server, since I do have friends on the server and that sort of thing. I should have waited until I was hidden here, but I'm too busy talking. And so I'm just here out of just the interest of safety for my account so that it doesn't get blocked or banned or whatever. And you can see we're getting close to level 3. We have 6 beads. When we get all the way up here, we will be level 3. Yeah, so why are they doing this? And I mentioned this I explained this on the other video. The reason they're doing it is that they think that they're going to be given by... Wow, I missed. They think they're going to be given by NCSoft, the company that still technically owns City of Heroes. They think they're going to be given permission to run this game. They think they're going to buy the rights to it or something. They're not, right? There's no way that NCSoft is ever going to give them the rights to this game. It's a pipe dream. It's never going to happen. But somehow or other, they think they're going to get hold of it. And they think that one of the reasons NCSoft might withhold the rights from them is if they're allowing us to post videos of the game, right? It's irrelevant. They are 100% never going to let the homecoming people, um, they're never going to let them have the rights to the game. It's never going to happen. But the homecoming guys think it is. So now we have to find the resistance leader. This guy. Okay, so let's hide. And crit him. It puts you... One thing, the nice thing about that crit is it basically gives you such a big lead in the battle. You've already taken like a quarter of his hit points down. So yeah, it's never going to happen, but they want you to think it's going to happen. One of the things that the homecoming guys have been doing, and our mission is over, since the beginning, I mean, right from the beginning, is they want to be the only ones running a City of Heroes server. And they've tried playing God with it. They, to start this server up, to start this this version of the game up so I can log into these servers, I had to download a different front end called Cream Soda. When Wretched, the guy who and his team, the guys who from the Rebirth server, made the Cream Soda client, they offered it to everybody. They allowed you to like log into Homecoming and the other servers with it, and the Homecoming guys immediately made a post on their forum saying, "We can't vouch for the safety of this thing. It could be malware. We don't recommend that you use it." Absolutely ridiculous. They released the source code. People are able to look at it and see that it's not malware. There's no reason to think it would be any more malware than Tequila, which is the client that opens up City of Heroes for Homecoming. And if you're going to trust somebody, the last people to trust are the Homecoming people, frankly. They're the ones taking donations and money. Even when they said you shouldn't be taking donations, one of the other server groups asked for donations and are like, "Oh, nobody should take donations." And then Homecoming a week later was like, "Oh, we're taking donations now. We need money." The Rebirth guys don't take donations as far as I know. They're doing this for the love of the game. It's a hobby for them. And what the Homecoming guys want to do is basically block everyone out and say, we're the official City of Heroes server. You know, we're the official cluster. And they want NCSoft to put their imprimatur on it. It's never going to happen. And quite frankly, if I had known all this was going to go on, I would have joined the Rebirth server instead of the Homecoming servers way back. But it's too late now, and but I will be able to play with this character. So at least we can keep doing Let's Plays, and I can keep uploading videos. Now we're very close to level 3, so I'm hitting tab here to see if there's anybody to fight, but there isn't anybody in this section of town. I wonder if I could attack them. I don't think so. They have to be yellow to attack. So yeah, I don't know. The Homecoming guys are pretty darn arrogant in my opinion, and they're really selfish. And so, yeah. And I don't think they should be surprised that I'm bad-mouthing them, because they basically stopped me from doing all my Let's Plays. It's totally innocent, guys. It's video that I shot months ago of me just playing my character. And there's no way that that's something that would stop NCSoft from giving them permission to run the game. And let me remind everybody, again, NCSoft is never going to give the Homecoming people permission to run this game. They're never going to agree to it. They're never going to make them the official game. It's never going to happen. I will bet all of the, I think it's 43 Scrapper videos, 10 Tanker videos, and 50 Dominator videos that I have sitting on my hard drive that I spent all those hours creating. I will bet all of those, what is that, like almost 103 episodes unpublished. I bet all 103 of them, Homecoming is never going to get the official City of Heroes title. It's never going to happen. So, anyway, doesn't matter. We're on Rebirth, and we can continue with this story arc. So, he says, "Tiger Shrike, you didn't get yourself killed. Good job taking down those scumbags. What's this, a recording?" Praetor White listens to the message Ford recorded. So let's just look at this clue. Oh, it's not here. All right, so there's a message that Ford recorded, and he says, those resistance fighters knew they were on a one-way ticket to the ministry, and they went anyway. Those damn fools are fighting for the wrong side. Why, I'd strangle my own mother for dedication like that in the PPD. That's the Praetorian Police Department. Instead, here I am in charge of a damn Peace Corps who ain't fought a real fight in their lives. If this is any indication of the future, then I got the feeling that everything is about to change, Tiger Shrike, and not for the better. You have a phone on you? Good. Call me on my direct line from now on. And we have a store. I can't, he won't buy these things. Oh, so this is interesting. We're going to have to find different trainers. One of the things they unlocked in the Homecoming server is basically you could sell anything anywhere. But we're going to have to find a different store, a vendor to do that, which is fine. So available missions. Let me check the time on this. We are at 16 minutes, so we can do another one because these are usually short at low level. Speaking of changes, the first thing I did this morning was triple the number of PPD patrols in the tunnels. Calvin Scott is still at large, and we have reports that he is somewhere down there, along with a few resistance staging areas. Well, I just got word that PPD search team ran into some real trouble and need the kind of help that only the Powers Division can offer. Seeing as how you're here and you can hold your own against that gutter trash, I'm sending you down to bring those fools out. Find Officer Tepp. He is the one who retreated back into the communication range and reloaded the power and radioed the Power Division for help. Once you find him, do what you can for the others. Alright, so there should be a shop here where I can sell these things. And let's take a look at the enhancements. Accuracy is pretty good. Let's go ahead and put accuracy on the slash power. Now accuracy, because it's level 1, you can see this is a yellow number now instead of white. 2 is white, 1 is yellow. I don't know if you can see that, but it's there. It's only a 7.5% improvement instead of an 8.3% improvement, which this is. And the reason is it's a level below us. But we can fix that by combining these two enhancements, and this will make a level 1 plus, which is a level 2. And now it is an 8.3% improvement to our accuracy. The other things we're going to sell, and there should be a vendor, and we can just run over here, and we can sell. You can also buy enhancements. Notice, by the way, if we look, we started with 25 information. We now have 481. Only about 799,600 information to go. Okay, so let's hit our mission to go down into the PPD tunnels, into the tunnels and rescue the PPD. And this here might be the auction house. Oh no, that's the transit authority. That's the subway. Yeah, so things are very different in Praetoria. I like it. It's a very nicely designed zone. As you can see, we now have... Oh, it disappeared. We now have a 4th inspiration socket. So we can carry 4 inspirations at a time. When we get to 10th level, I think we'll get a 5th one. And then 15th level, we get another row. I can't remember now which levels it happens. So we go through the door. And we're hidden, so we could like... So one of the things the devs hated in the original live version is stalkers could just run through this whole thing and not fight anybody till the end. But I'm fighting people because I want to level up. And there we go. We are level 3, guys. Not bad, not bad. And these guys are now blue cons to us. So a white con is even level to you. A blue con is easy, it's 1 level below. Green con is 2 levels below. Gray is more than 2. Yellow is 1 above. Orange is 2 levels above you, red is 3, and purple is 4 or more levels above you. Now it's also based on rank and just basically difficulty. So 2 more PPD officers to rescue and Sergeant Hastings. So the way this works is if they're white con minions, you see his rank minion, a minion is the expectation is that a superhero can take out 3 minions of their level, so 3 white con minions is an even fight. They did that in City of Heroes because in most games a single white con enemy is an even fight. I'm going to need to turn hide off here because this NPC will probably get lost if I don't. We should be alright. Usually in most games, a single white con minion is equal to you, but they wanted you to feel like a superhero. So they changed it so that it's 3 white con minions is equal to you. And if you look, most spawns are 3, right? A lieutenant cons 1 level above his level. So a level 3 lieutenant is going to be yellow. It's equivalent to a level 4 minion, right? And then a level 3 boss, an even level boss, is orange to you, and an even level archvillain is red to you, right? Because an archvillain is like fighting somebody 3 or 4 levels above you. Is he following me? He is. Yeah, one of the problems with the Homecoming server that I've had all along is it's really just score. It's the private server of Leandro made public, and I know they claim it's not true, but Leandro is one of the admins, or he was, and it's basically the same group of people, and I find those people not to be very trustworthy. Now, to be fair, they haven't done too much in recent times to upset me, but they definitely like playing God with City of Heroes, and they absolutely want to be the only server group. They don't want anyone else running a City of Heroes server. They really don't. They say they do, but it's very clear that they don't. They want to be the only game in town. Now, is this guy lost? Here he comes. Like, dude, look at this. He just almost killed himself. I can't heal you. I'm not a defender. This guy's gonna die. Oh no. Alright, so we got one more officer. Is he gonna heal up? Well, then Officer Tep is gonna die, because there's no way. I can't protect him. I absolutely hate having to guard NPCs. I find it really annoying. Mostly because they're incredibly stupid. And they'll do things like be a ranged NPC who will do melee and stuff like that. They're really idiotic. Yeah, one of the other things, I mentioned this too, one of the other things that's got a lot of controversy is how's he doing? He's still hurt. One of the things that caused a lot of controversy from Homecoming is they've also banned the use of any, and this is any NPC in the game. You can't make up a character like them. And there have been very conflicting comments. It's definitely been strongly implied and flat out said by a couple of at least one of the moderators on the Homecoming Discord and their forum, that any NPC in the game, if your name is their name, you're screwed. Well, I mean, there are NPCs in the game with all kinds of names, and they actually asked him, "Are you talking about, like, you literally mean random NPC number 3 in a mission?" And he said yes. The one moderator, he was like, yeah. And they were like, but how are, like, literally, how are we supposed to know the names of all the NPCs in the missions? That's ridiculous. They don't have an answer for that. Just, we don't want you to do it. And again, they're pretending that this is this is going to affect their ability to negotiate with NCSoft. And as I've said, nobody's negotiating with NCSoft. They're not going to get the rights to this game. They are not. 100% they are not. And again, I'll bet my entire library of video recording, they're not going to get the rights to this game. But that's okay. That doesn't really have to concern us because we're on another server now, and these guys don't seem to be trying to do anything like blocking everyone else from being able to run servers the way the Homecoming guys are. And it's very clear, they say they're not, but it's very clear that's what they want to do, is be the only game in town, literally. Right? I mean, realistically, so what's going on here is they want to be the new Cryptic, right? They want to be the successors to Cryptic Studios, who are the official guys running the servers. And then, heck, they can, like, even charge subscription fees and stuff and be, like, quote-unquote, a legitimate MMO. Right now, they're not legitimate at all. There's Officer Hastings. So if you're watching this, by the way, and you haven't watched the other videos, you're thinking this game is really easy. Yeah, this is a tutorial kind of level. It's the first 5 or 6 levels are super easy because they're trying to teach you how to play the game. So now we're in some kind of, looks like a nuclear reactor or something. Engineering room. By the way, I absolutely love claws. I love cutting into people with my claws. It's super fun. So now I have 3 guys with me. I don't really need any of them. Oh, come on. We got him. I'm used to being able to control my jumps with combat jumping. Okay, he's gonna shoot these guys. Oh, this is an ambush. Okay. Alright. Lead Sergeant Hastings out. Alright, so now we gotta go back out. I hope he's coming. Which one's Hastings? Right there. Okay. So we gotta go all the way back. Yeah, I hate lead out missions. If there's an ambush, I don't mind it. If there isn't an ambush, it's really annoying. It's just a time sink. I don't actually care about the other guys, just Officer Hastings. Please don't aggro anyone. There we go. Aggro, by the way, if anybody doesn't know, means generating aggression from the NPCs, which means they're going to attack you. So when someone says don't aggro them, it means don't make them fight you. Don't turn them hostile, whatever you want to call it. Now we gotta go up. Please don't aggro the guy on the other side. Come on. God, these guys are so stupid. You see what I mean? This NPC is just sitting here. But I don't seem to need to get him out, so I'm just going to ignore Taper. Come on. Where's Hastings? This is utterly maddening, guys. I wish they had taken this out of the game. This lead out stuff. It's really annoying. I mean, if we were fighting our way out, and I've said this before, the original concept for this came from the players. We want to fight. Are we shooting? Okay, so there is an ambush. All right. We want to fight our way out through a hail of bullets like this, except they're behind us. But the idea was we want to fight our way out through a hail of bullets, and that will be fun. And instead, what they gave us was mostly just mindlessly running back through the dungeon you've already been in, with few, if any, ambushes and no hails of bullets. And it's pretty disappointing that they did it this way, in my opinion. This is an actual ambush for once, but a lot of times there isn't one. And you're just running through an empty map. Now, it may be that it's buggy, you know, that there's supposed to be one every time, and sometimes it just doesn't work. But either way, I find it very frustrating to, oh, come on, look at this. They can't follow you. They're so stupid. Come on. Come on. He doesn't see me. Come on. This kind of thing makes me want to just auto-complete the mission. Because you can ask NPCs to just complete the mission for you once every 3 days. I don't know if you can do that actually on this server. Maybe not. That may have been anything that Leandro added on his private server that became part of the code is not on this server. Okay, so we completed the mission, and we'll head out. Alright guys, we've leveled up again, and so we're level 3. Oh my gosh, we're almost level 4. Let's see if we can level up. Let's hide. And there we go. We're going to gain 2 levels. Alright, so let's call this guy. And he says, "Good job, Tiger Shrike. It sounds like Sergeant Hastings and his team discovered that the Resistance were planning a large coordinated attack on the Ministry of Information. Now that they know we know that, they'd be fools to try it. First the Ministry of Technology, now the Ministry of Information. I wonder what it is they're really after. The Resistance has shown that they have plans within plans, and that what appears to be a full-scale attack is actually just a diversion. All in all, it's not a bad day of work for the PPD, but hopefully this little adventure of theirs will filter through their ranks and remind them that it will be Powers Division, not the B-Cops, who are going to end this little resistance movement." Alright, so let's go to Duncan, who is our trainer. And she is over here somewhere. Right here. And we're going to train up to a new level. So first we get to 3rd level. In 3rd level we get to add 2 enhancement slots. You see it says add enhancement slot up here, and available down here is 2. We don't need anything in hide. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1 in each of these. And then we can train up to level 4. And we've now unlocked pool powers, which means movement powers and stuff. Reconstruction. This is a heal. Do you want that, or do we want a movement power? I think we want reconstruction, and we'll get a movement power at level 6. And we get a new contact, Calvin Scott. Alright, so we can go talk to him. So after we finish Praetor White's story arc, we're going to go talk to Calvin Scott. Do we have any? We look at a bunch of enhancements. So slash, we can go ahead and buff this up a little bit. Gets it to +3 to 3. We can add some damage. And we can buff that. They're still below our level, but it's something. And we don't need anything else. I think all this we can put. Well, there's no point to putting level 1s in because we're going to lose their enhancement as soon as we get to 5th level, so we can sell the rest of this. Go to the vendor, who's right over here, and sell all of that. And guys, we now have 1,272 influence, or information. We started with 25, so we've gained over 1,200. And we're well on our way. We're level 4. We need 799,000 information to go to get a full set of single origin enhancements at level 22. And we'll be back with the next story arc. Oh, and here we go. We've got another row of inspirations, which is quite nice. And then it gets to 10th level. We get it. They add another column, so it becomes 5 and 5. And then I think I don't know, it's 20th level or 25th level, it becomes a 3rd row, and then like 35th level, you get a 4th row. So we'll continue the story arc next time. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been City of Heroes on the Rebirth server. I'm Scrapperlock, and I'll see you next time.